The following program is a paid presentation.
The following program is a paid advertisement for the Building Wealth Workshops, sponsored by Whitney Canada Incorporated, a subsidiary of Wind Systems International Incorporated.
You may have seen this amazing statement in your local paper. Millionaire swears, under oath, he can show Alberta residents how to build wealth. If you're asking yourself, how is this possible? Don't even think about changing channels.
Are you among the thousands who are living paycheck to paycheck, just getting by, making payments on debts and credit cards? Have you ever wondered how it would feel being rich? Is it possible to get ahead and actually start building wealth? In the next 30 minutes, you'll find out. The answer is yes.
And my first deal ended up netting us over $15,000 equity.
And walk away with 2 checks totaling $32,000.
Our net worth for the property?
Probably on the order of about $1.5 million. It's increased in that period of time.
Made $90,000 on my first deal.
We walked out of closing with $170,000 cash.
And I made a profit of $21,000.
Imagine having all your bills paid off with extra money and credit to buy a new car, a home, a boat, a vacation, a college education for your children, and never having to worry about retirement. If all this sounds like a dream, stay tuned to this program and find out how it can happen for you. Today, you're going to meet Russ Whitney, who started out working at a slaughterhouse for $5 an hour and turned $1,000 in borrowed money into a personal wealth of $4.7 million in only 18 months. On this important television special, Russ will show you how to use his system to start quickly building your personal wealth, even with only a part-time effort.
What I'm going to do on this show is show you exactly how I took $1,000 and turned that into $4.7 million in 18 months. And I'm going to show you that if you drop me off anywhere USA, I don't care where it was, exactly what I would do right now to amass the most amount of money in the least amount of time if I had no cash and no credit. And I do this twice a month with my students. I bring them right to my office, and we literally go out into the field, and I show them in 3 days how to amass both cash and assets. I'm going to show you how to do the same thing right here on this show today.
Through his Simon & Schuster book, Building Wealth, countrywide Building Wealth workshops, and his exclusive 3-day Millionaire U training, Russ Whitney has taught thousands of people simple, easy, repeatable techniques to achieve financial independence. Stay tuned to this program and find out how you too can use these techniques to start making money right away.
I've been able to purchase 16 units and accumulate $165,000 in equity.
And using Russ Whitney's techniques, we've accumulated $500,000, well over $500,000 in real estate.
With real estate, there's no question you can amass the most amount of money in the least amount of time. Now, it may not be what you want to do forever, but it's the quickest, fastest way for folks like you and me to amass both wealth and financial independence. And like I said, it may not be what you want to do, but it's the path of least resistance to get there. Now, let me show you an example. In our system, what I would show you how to do is exactly what I would do if I had no money, no credit. What would I do to amass the most amount of money in the least amount of time? Here's a great example. Most people drive by a property like this anywhere USA and they say, oh, this thing looks horrible. But you know what? In 2 hours of phone calling, I worked with our students today. We identified 12 of these that we can go out and buy with literally no money, seller financing, no banks involved, which I show you how to do, and we do a little paint and cleanup. We turn this right over for a $15,000 profit.
I negotiated a low price with seller financing, fixed them up, turned them in a month, and doubled my money.
Just use another one of Russ's techniques, no money out of my pocket. Took me 4 weeks, bought a house and sold it, put $14,000 in my pocket on a quick flip, had the buyer before I even bought the house, and here's the check, $14,900.
Here's another great example just a couple of blocks away. This is a duplex that has an automatic assumable mortgage, meaning anybody can assume it. Don't even have to have a job for this. And it could be sold, bought and sold for a $10,000, $15,000 profit, but it also has $300 to $400 a month positive cash flow. And this is a good example because as I take this letter from one of our students, whose name is Margot Werner, This is a 19-year-old girl, Margot, who lives 1,500 miles away from here, totally different city, who's not only bought 3 properties this very same way, but she's actually made $6,000 at the closing. So she's bought them with no money, owns 3 properties, and has $6,000 in her pocket. This is exactly what we show you how to do in this building wealth system. And it could be started right now and done in less than 3 days. You could have this going.
We've bought our first home, no money down. We bought this property, $1,000 down. We have a $100 cash flow. It's a nice neighborhood, and we got a great deal on it.
We offered $15,005. We had it appraised for $87,500. Took out all our cash, paid off what we owed, you know, on our own bills that we had, and I think we left closing with about $52,000.
With the Building Wealth Live system, I don't only show you about, major fixing up of properties, although there's a lot of money in that too, but this is a beautiful property which is bought on a lease option. Now I just lease. There's no credit check. You don't have to go to the bank. There's no loan involved. It's simply a lease. And then I show you how to re-option it, and you make yourself $150 a month in profit, like on this one. And a quick flip will get you at least $5,000, $10,000 in profit. Now on this one, I'm going to make probably close to $19,000.
Within the first couple weeks after the training, I went out and closed on my first duplex. The rents on one side pay all the expenses, the other side is pure profit. And using Russ's building wealth system, his contracts, all of his information, his strategies, I'm getting ready to close on 2 more in the next couple of weeks.
Here's a personal invitation from self-made millionaire Russ Whitney to attend his building wealth workshops coming this week.
Please accept this invitation to come to the Building Wealth Workshop in your city this week. We're literally going to show you how I took $1,000 and turned that into $4.7 million in 18 months. We're also going to show you how to get started with little or no money and build that into financial independence in a very short period of time. There is no how to make money 101 in grade school, high school, or college. So if you're looking for a chance to learn how to do that, this could be the opportunity you've been waiting for.
When you attend, you'll learn how to use the simple techniques in Russ's building wealth system to earn up to thousands starting right away. Learn how you can buy your first home and pocket $3,000 cash at the closing. Get $15,000 for a down payment. How to use government grants you may never have to pay back. Learn how you can get big tax-free money from properties right in your own neighborhood. How to repair and improve your credit. How to create up to $1,500 a month in passive income. These workshops are unlike any other event you've ever attended, with money-making ideas you can start using now.
6 free Building Wealth workshops will be held in 3 Alberta locations. 2 workshops Tuesday, September 21st at 1 and 6:30 p.m. at the Blackfoot Inn, 5940 Blackfoot Trail Southeast, Calgary. 2 workshops Wednesday, September 22nd at 1 and 6:30 p.m. at the Westin Calgary, 320 4th Avenue Southwest, Calgary. And 2 workshops Thursday, September 23rd at 1 and 6:30 p.m. at the Lethbridge Lodge Hotel, 320 Scenic Drive, Lethbridge. That's 2 exciting free Building Wealth workshops at 1 and 6:30 p.m. each day. Tuesday, September 21st at the Blackfoot Inn, Calgary. September 22nd at the Westin Calgary. And Thursday, September 23rd at the Lethbridge Lodge Hotel, Lethbridge. Admission for you and a guest is free, but seating is limited. Call the toll-free reservation number on your screen now to reserve your seat and receive a free valuable gift at the workshop just for attending. Call right now.
The more I know, the more I learn, the more I like it. And I just want to say a personal thank you to Russ Whitney for what he's done for me and my family, my husband, and my 2 children. Thank you.
Don't miss this opportunity to attend Russ Whitney's Building Wealth workshops coming this week and learn how to make big money deals in only a few days. Call toll-free right now to ensure your reservation. Operators are standing by.
You're losing money every minute you're not here.
Using Russ's techniques, we've been able to acquire 25 to 30 properties within about an 11-month period, representing about $300,000 of net worth.
I started investing in real estate 7 months ago, and I have been able to increase my net worth to well over $1.2 million in 7 short months. For that, I'm eternally grateful to Russ Whitney. Cannot pay him enough money for changing my life.
Russ Whitney's Building Wealth system is truly unique. It teaches you simple, repeatable steps on how to buy and sell real estate, and do it with little or no money or credit.
Now, what I first show you how to do is how to get seed capital. Passbook loans, signature loans, a variety of ways that even if you don't have good credit or marginal credit, how to get some startup capital. Now, then I run what I call a gold mine ad. This is how you get people calling you trying to sell you properties. Now, this is a great example. This is one that probably not a lot of people would want to buy because they don't understand it. It needs paint cleanup. Well, this guy is offering this property at $75,000. I use my simple passbook signature loan program, which I show you in the system, which gives me the down payment money. I don't have to go to a bank. Then what I do is I fix it up. Look at this. As you see, I paint it, I clean it in the next 30 days. Here's what I got 30 days later. I now have a property that's worth $60,000 more. Why? Because I painted, cleaned, and raised the value of this property. Now I go to a bank and I'm able to refinance, and look at this. I'm walking out of the bank with a check here in less than 90 days for $38,000.
I was able to go to the bank with no money down, rehab the property, refinance it, make about $20,000 at the refinance, and sold it 6 months later and made another $30,000, just like that.
We put an offer on it for $27,000 and came in, painted it, fixed it up, and within 2 weeks, we now have a contract on it. We're going to put $25,000 in our pocket over a period of 3 to 4 weeks.
In going over this, how I took the $1,000 and turned it into $4.7 million, I got a lot of examples, and when I placed this gold mine in, I started getting a lot of calls. Now, here's a great example, okay? This is a pre-foreclosure. This is a property that is going into foreclosure, but we're getting it first. And this comes off the gold mine ad. There's a very small mortgage on it, and this woman is going to lose the house. Now, I call her, and I go to the bank using another technique out of the Building Wealth system where they put all the financing on it so they don't have to foreclose. They just want to help her out of it and get it off their books, which anybody can do. This property is bought for $75,000, none of my own money, and we pocketed a $40,000 equity, and it took less than a week to put that together.
Within the first week, we got our first foreclosure, and we're going to make about $30,000 off of it. And then about a week later, we got our second foreclosure and flipped that, and going to gain about, well, I think it's about $18,000 on it.
How many times have you driven by or seen a property in run-down, beat-up shape, and you think, oh, my gosh, who owns that? I'd never buy something like that. But you know what? This has what we call an assumable mortgage. Now, most people don't know these exist. That means that when this guy bought the property, he had good credit. He could qualify. However, if he wants to sell, he could sell to anybody who wants to buy it. And I mean, if you have no job, no credit, even if you're not an American citizen, you could just walk in and assume this mortgage, which I did. Now, it took me 1 weekend of hiring some $5 an hour kids to paint it, clean it, jazz it up. Here's what I got now. I sold this in a 2-week period and made a $19,000 profit on this in 2 weeks.
We were able to get into a home with no money down, and we fixed it up and increased the value of our home by at least $40,000.
Within a week, I was able to buy a home with zero money down. I pulled $25,000 tax-free cash at closing and obtained a $500 a month net positive cash flow out of the property.
Be sure to make plans now to attend Russ Whitney's special free Building Wealth workshops coming this week and find out firsthand how Alberta residents can build wealth.
This one-of-a-kind workshop will offer hands-on training in real estate investing and introduce the best and fastest ways to start building your personal wealth through many new and exciting full or part-time real estate businesses.
We're going to show you how I took $1,000 and turned that into $4.7 million in 18 months. Also going to show you how you can get started with very little and in some cases no money and build your own financial independence. We'll be showing you how you can get lines of credit, how to clean up bad or marginal credit, how to buy seller finance properties that you don't have to qualify for, how to get FHA and VA assumable mortgages.
This week's Building Wealth workshops will show how you can learn to turn debt into cash, repair and improve your credit, and make it start working for you. Buy your first home and pocket up to $3,000 at the closing. How to qualify for special first-time homebuyers government grants you may never have to pay back. Find out how to buy and sell quick cash properties with little or no money or credit, and how to create up to $1,500 a month in passive income right away.
6 free Building Wealth workshops will be held in 3 Alberta locations. Two workshops Tuesday, September 21st at 1 and 6:30 p.m. at the Blackfoot Inn, 5940 Blackfoot Trail Southeast, Calgary. Two workshops Wednesday, September 22nd at 1 and 6:30 p.m. at the Westin Calgary, 320 4th Avenue Southwest, Calgary. And two workshops Thursday, September 23rd at 1 and 6:30 p.m. at the Lethbridge Lodge Hotel, 320 Scenic Drive, Lethbridge. That's two exciting free Building Wealth workshops at 1 and 6:30 p.m. each day. Tuesday, September 21st at the Blackfoot Inn, Calgary. September 22nd at the Westin Calgary. And Thursday, September 23rd at the Lethbridge Lodge Hotel, Lethbridge. Admission for you and a guest is free, but seating is limited. Call the toll-free reservation number on your screen now to reserve your seat and receive a free valuable gift at the workshop just for attending. Call right now.
If you're not living your dreams, if you're not driving the